to my channel. This is the first video we're doing as a Mrs. Woo! I'm very excited. So Kane and I got married about a week ago and we had a fair few of you asking if I could do a tutorial on the beauty look that I did for the day. So on the day I actually chose to do most of the makeup myself. I did have Estelle, a friend of mine and an incredible makeup artist there helping me to take a little bit of the pressure off, but I wanted to do something that I was comfortable with and use the products that I love and I know sit well on my skin. So on the day, I didn't want to wear anything too heavy or too cakey, and at the end of the day, I really wanted to still look like myself. Obviously, I wanted to look, beautiful and like I'd put in more effort than normal, but I wanted to look like myself with my hair and my makeup in a gorgeous dress. So for the last few months, I've been playing around with different products and kind of choosing my favorite products that I think would work best for the day. The more I played around, the more I realized that I didn't want to do anything too heavy or too crazy. I wanted to keep it really fresh-faced, really quite natural looking, and just have a bit of a romantic pink sort of feminine tinge to it. So it looked a bit more bridal than normal, but nothing crazy or out of the ordinary. So I wanted to run you guys through this look, not only as some inspiration for potential weddings that you may have or potential bridal looks, but also it's just a beautiful look for like a Sunday lunch or something like that. And it's very easy to take from day to night. I wanted something that could make me look good at 2 p.m. in the afternoon in complete direct sunlight, but then would also still look glamorous and beautiful in the evening. This makeup also photographed really well because I've got that kind of highlighted cheekbones there, highlights in the middle which really brighten and open up your eyes, and I've gone with a liner that you can see has quite a bit of a thick section there, which I think is really youthful and really vibrant looking, and then very clean under the eyes. So this for me photographs really beautifully and just looks classic and classy. Okay, first things first, on your wedding day you want the most kissable, beautiful, crack-free, scrumptious lips you've ever had. So I started the day with a lip scrub. Now you can get pretty much any lip scrub. This one is from MAC and the flavor is Fruits of Passion. And honestly, it's just like a sugar scrub for your lips. Just do this. It's just so yummy. And then I'm just gonna pop some Lanolips on that to keep them nice and hydrated and super smooth. They also taste a little bit sugary now, so just a delight to kiss. Now for the makeup, I wanted to keep it feeling really fresh and light, and I didn't want to put too much product on at all. So sometimes I feel like when you're putting like moisturizer and eye cream and primer and then foundation, it feels like heavy and slippery, especially in a warm climate. I get like shiny looking. So on the day, I actually chose not to put on any primer and I went straight in with my own little concoction. So instead of foundation, what I chose to do was I got this moisturizer here from It Cosmetics, and I just got like a dollop like that. I have to scoop it out like that, otherwise it gets all under my nails. But I just got like a dollop of foundation like that. And then I got this little under eye concealer. Now this is a really strong concealer, but I've basically just mixed this in with the foundation. See that little noodle there? So I'm going to apply this like it's like a BB cream. Just moisturize all over the face. It feels really refreshing because it like obviously has like the texture of just the moisturizer, but then it's giving me that nice even coverage because it's such a strong concealer. It kind of ends up looking like a foundation. So see how that's just pretty much evened out my overall skin tone, but you can still see like blemishes and dots and things like that. So it's not super high coverage. So what I did is to get the areas where I wanted a little bit more coverage, I just used a little bit more of the concealer without the moisturizer mixed in, and pretty much mainly on the under eye area, just lightened all of that up. Then I set this with some translucent powder. So pretty much under my eyes, on top of my eyelid, and in all the areas that get really shiny or creased, I just put a pretty generous amount of translucent powder there. And while that's just sitting and chilling out, I moved straight onto the eyebrows. So for the eyebrows, I actually went with 2 different colors to add a little bit of depth and texture. This is the DIOR Brow Styler in number 3 Auburn. This is a little bit of a lighter, more browny kind of color. And then to add a little bit of like hair and a bit of darker color, because my eyebrows are really quite dark, I used the Benefit Cosmetics number 4. With this DIOR one here, I pretty much actually drew a really soft template of where I wanted my eyebrow to sit. Okay, so that's my little template with the lighter color there, but you can see here it's still a little bit too light in comparison to my little eyebrow hairs. And I'm just gonna draw a few little sparse hairs with the darker color. I don't want it all to be totally dark, but I just want it to blend in with the color of my eyebrows. And then to finish off the eyebrows and to set them, I'm using this Tinted Brow Gel. Now this is a little bit of a lighter color, so I'm basically gonna have 3 different colors on there, but it means you can actually see like the hairs and the detail rather than like having these little kind of blocks stuck on eyebrows. This is basically like mascara for your eyebrows. And for the eyes, I started with this really light color here, right in the center of my eyelids. So I'm just like gently tapping that on there to brighten up the inner eyes. And I'm not doing a proper nose contour or anything like that, certainly not with like any cream products, but I am using this eyeshadow here to kind of carve out where I want my nose to be visible. So I'm bringing that light color right down there and sort of onto the side of the bridge of the nose, and then all the way up to under the brow bone there too. Then, because I want this to look natural and not like I've gone really white on the inside of my eyes, I've gone in with my pressed powder. So this is NC30 Studio Fix Foundation, and I'm literally tapping that over the top of my eyeshadow just so this looks like my skin color except highlighted. See how that's got a bit more warmth to it rather than the pale white? And I'm bringing that right in to where the dark circles of my under eyes are as well. At this point, I'm going to switch to a bigger brush and actually bring that right down to blend with my face. So this pressed powder foundation is really great for me because I get super sort of shiny skin. So I just make sure that I cover my T-zone and anywhere that still needs a little bit of extra coverage, because I obviously haven't got a proper full coverage foundation on underneath. Then, keeping this super simple, I'm going to pick up this bronzer here. Now this is a Benefit Cosmetics HOOLA bronzer. It's not too dark, so I'm going to use that on the crease of my eyelid there to create a little bit of depth. So what I'm doing with this is bringing it out a fair bit further than my actual eyelid, because you can see there I've elongated my eyebrow as well. And so I'm kind of creating this lifted, sort of pulled back effect to my eyes. Then I'm going to take that same bronzer and tap it onto my under eyes there. Now, while I'm at it with the bronzer, I'm going to start to work on my face a little bit. This was a very random and very natural way of doing this for me. I didn't sort of spend a lot of time just working. So just towards the outer part of my forehead, I'm just giving myself a little bit of color back. I like to focus on the temples here so that you've got like a bit of a sun-kissed look, and then it makes it really easy to bring that down onto your cheek. Bring it all the way over to my ear as well, just to make sure I don't have these pale looking ears when everything else is looking super bronzy. And on the tip of my nose too. I'm then going to pick up an even darker bronzer. This is part of the Jennifer Lopez Inglot collection, and it's got a lot more kind of pigment to it. Now, I absolutely love this color, but you have to be kind of strategic with where you put it. So this here, I'm just going to softly tap into the areas where I would, normally contour. Both of these are matte bronzers. They don't have any glow in them because I really want to actually just do the highlight exactly where I want to put it. So this is all really matte, but it does start to have like a nice sun-kissed, glowy, warm, healthy looking effect. But now I'm going to use this darker bronzer for the outer parts of my eyes as well. So my whole makeup, including my eyes and face, is all sort of the same colors, just blended together. Okay, so now I have like a super basic sort of smoked out brown looking eye. But this is where the fun begins. So I'm now going to grab a tiny little brush and I'm picking up this white highlight shimmer here. And I'm popping that right in the center of my eye there. So it's in the center underneath, and then I'm bringing it slightly on top as well, so that whole inner part of my eye has like a really nice white shimmer to it. Then I'm picking up a little bit of this gold one here, and graduating from where the white shimmer is, I'm going to go in with my hands and just pop a little bit of that gold highlight on there too. So next up, I'm going to pick up a liquid liner and do a little line with a little wing. So you can see what I've done with the eyes there is quite like a youthful look. So I've got quite a lot of volume here in the center of the eyes, which looks like young and vibrant, almost like doll-like a little bit. But then I've just taken them out into a bit of a liner. Now, what I'm going to do is mascara and lashes. I'm not doing any liner on the bottom at all. One essential point is to absolutely bring waterproof mascara with you because it got a little bit emotional. So Chloe actually was such a lifesaver and had this. So on the morning of the wedding, she came and brought this to me. So I'm just going to pop a slick of waterproof mascara just to make sure my lashes aren't like covered in foundation or powder or anything like that. Pretty much just to color them black. So because I wanted this to be like quite a feminine, flirty sort of look, I've gone in with this coral color blush. So I'm going to pick some of that up and just loosely dust that on the apples of my cheeks. And now to keep up with that little bit of a rosy pink look, I'm going to pick up this DIOR palette again and take that pink shimmery highlighter. And I'm going to do a little tiny dot in the middle of my nose, like basically like that, and then just tap that down. To see how now I have like a cartoon style highlight on my nose. And then I'm gonna take one of these really cute little fan brushes and I'm gonna take those top three colors there. So just brush across the pink, the white and the gold, and this is what's going over here, right underneath my eye where it kind of begins to be my cheek. So the lashes that I wore on the day were the Glam by Manicare Bella Lash. Now you'll notice these actually have my name on them, and that's because I helped co-create this. Now the reason I decided to wear these on my wedding day, I was actually tossing up between these and the Harpers. The Harpers are a lot more luxurious and big and full and like way more of a glamorous effect. These are a lot more of a natural effect. You can see here they've just got like, they're not super long, they're actually called natural. But what I love about them is that they're a little half lash. So these basically just sit on the outer part of your eye and they give like this insanely beautiful cat eye effect. And because they're just a half lash, they're really comfortable to wear. So I was a bit nervous that I was going to be like crying and maybe have like a little bit of wet eyes or teary. And I was nervous about wearing lashes because I didn't want them to be like flailing off in the inner parts or, you know, kind of sliding off everywhere. And these were just absolutely perfect because I didn't feel them at all. So these, I'll show you what I did. These look amazing with a little bit of a wing liner because they pretty much enhance that effect, but with lashes. So this is what they look like. So you can see here that that's basically just a half lash there, and it's got like a really nice like elongated cat eye effect. So what I do with these is like a little bit cheeky actually, because I place them almost further out than my eye really is. So it's going to give a bit of an illusion of a bigger eye. So I place these right on the outside and see how that outer part of the lash is actually a bit further out than my eye. And then in here, I just get it to meet my lashes. And that's it. You pretty much just place it there and let it dry. See how that immediately gives me a lifted effect compared to that side. Then in addition to the Bella lashes, I put on some individuals. So this one is called number 62 Remi, and this is what it looks like. You pretty much have like this little plate of all different sized individual lashes. So I just pick up a few of those, and here where the Bella lash meets my lashes, I just give it a bit more oomph. And I go in with the medium size here because I don't need anything crazy extravagant going on. Then to finish off the look, I am picking up this bronzer again with a very small little eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to tap that under my lip here. It's kind of like a liner, except not, because as you can see here, I'm blending that down. So it's kind of contouring my lip rather than lining it. See how that's made my lip look way bigger? And then I wore my favorite nude ever, which is the Mellow Cosmetics X Pia color called Palm Springs. So I actually helped co-design this color here. It is without a doubt my favorite nude lip gloss. And it is a gloss, so it's quite pigmented, but I pretty much just tapped a bit of this on. Then finish everything off with a little extra slick of mascara. And voila, that was my makeup look for the day. So super, super simple, super easy to achieve by yourself. And honestly, I just wanted to make sure that I actually looked like myself on the day. I didn't want to show up and suddenly have a completely crazy makeup look and feel odd or anything like that. So all I did was spend a bit of extra time, and maybe, you know, these few little extra highlighted bits added a bit of extra glamour and romance to the look. But this is pretty much my day-to-day makeup routine, and it doesn't feel too heavy or too confronting, and I just felt great for the entire day. I thought about it for a long time, and I didn't want to go too heavy, especially on the eyes, because it was an afternoon ceremony. So it was at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I wanted a look that could take me from, you know, afternoon, sunlight, daytimey, and still look glamorous and beautiful when we started to party in the evening. So I hope this tutorial came in handy for you and you enjoyed watching it. I'm gonna do maybe a few more videos talking about like the prep and the skincare routine that I did in the lead up to my wedding, because I don't think I've ever really done a skincare routine video, so maybe this is an opportunity to show you guys what I did, because I actually put some effort into it. If you did enjoy the video, please leave it a like and consider subscribing, because there'll be a few more things in this series, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holidays.